Hi, this is Wendy with Next Level Board Games, and today we're going to unbox The Wolves, a game by Ashwin Kamath and Clarence Simpson, and published by Pandasaurus Games. So I'm going to tear off the plastic, and then I'm going to show you the front again, because I want you to see the wolves in the eyes of the wolf, which is really fun artwork. So let's see what's inside. So without the shiny, hopefully you can see that there are actually wolves inside of the eye along with the mountain. Just a really cool effect. Inside that right there, where they could have just been very plain, but instead there's kind of a lot going on. So let's see what's on the inside. Right. And there are also wolves, I noticed, on the edges of the top cover, different ones. So that's kind of fun. And that one too, but it's easier to see like that. Okay, so a rule book. And a bunch of pop-outs. Whoa, that's heavy. Okay, so might as well start here. All right, so here's some of our terrain tiles. These big pieces like this, which kind of reminds me of the Ark Nova enclosures, except for these are obviously bigger, but it's going to be, well, they are actually slightly different. Okay, and there's like 10 of these, I believe, plus a starter. Then there's some terrain tiles like these, which I think show you what's on the other side. Yeah. So these get flipped. So like on this side, you can see it's like snowy mountain, and then over here, maybe like desert or something. And then on the other side, when you flip it, you see desert, and then you see the snowy mountain. So no matter what side you're on, you know what's on the other side. That's very cool. These are just little victory point tokens here. Then these are some, these are bonus terrain tiles. So they show sort of like all the terrain. I don't know if those work as a wild or exactly how those work. We'll find out. More terrain tiles. And then these are like moon phases, I believe. Region scoring tokens. Oh, okay. Region scoring tokens. That makes sense because they have the stars on them showing like the VPs. Then, so that's kind of everything in here. Similar stuff on this one. And this one. And this one. Again, just more of the same stuff, right? More of the terrain tiles and the region boards and the VPs. Very similar stuff. Then some more tokens. These are like lone wolf tokens. These are bonus action tokens. And then I forgot to mention on the other boards, little prey tokens. So like, that sounds horrible, but a little bunny and something else here. I can't quite see it. And then, oh, it's a raccoon. It's so adorable. So if you look at that closely, you can see the tail is sort of broken up. It sort of shows like what their ringed tail would look like. So cute. Okay, so that's a raccoon. Anyway, so those are different prey tokens. And then these are going to be our player, like our player boards, right? So here's a player board. And there should be 5 of those. And then this, I think that's probably an advertisement. Let's see here, more terrain. Here we go. More player boards. So, as you see, they're different colors. Oh, maybe these are? No, these must be used for something. I realize they have terrain tiles on them. So these must get used for something. I don't know how exactly, but I noticed they have the same wolves that you saw on the side of the box. And actually, of course, this one, which is a little bit harder to see, is, of course, my favorite because it's in green. And then, what else? So another player board here. I was going to try to take these all out and show you what all of these look like. So you can see the cool colors. And this is probably the starting terrain. So these are the player boards. This will give you an idea of the colors. They're each a little bit unique and different. And I actually thought this was going to be black. I was hoping, but it's actually more of like a dark green. So those are the colors for those. And they seem to have corresponding, I don't know if this is meant to be that way or not, but they have corresponding tiles that match their colors with wolves on them. So forest, grass, rocky, tundra, desert. So those must go together. It kind of makes sense. So that's those. And then I believe this is probably the starting terrain. Let's see. Oh, same size. Okay, well I know there's one that's supposed to be the starting one. So it seems like maybe it's this one with the water all in between. It seems like that would make sense, right? Because your wolves could be on different sides of the water. And it looks like every area is represented. So that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Then we've got, some more of the VP tokens, the wild terrain tokens, and then these ones are region scoring tokens, reminder tokens. And these are the bonus action tokens. I think I said that, but just in case. Then here's the moonlight board. So I don't know exactly how that works, but it seems like it's got the number of players on it. So it must have something to do with, any pieces removed from the board is placed here. Okay, I'm going to guess that once you run out of spots to fill, the game's over. And apparently this game, as you play, the longer you play, the greater your pack grows and the more activities you can take and the more kind of aggressive your wolf pack will be. So then we don't need that. And we have little player aids, which we like. It looks like they're double-sided. So that's nice. Then we've got, let's see, these ones. Okay, these are alpha wolves. So here are what the alpha wolves look like. So they're a little bit bigger, and you'll notice in a minute when I go to put the regular pack wolves in my hand. These ones are a little bit smaller, and they don't have as long of legs, and they don't have like the howl. They're not quite doing the howl move. So I'll put one alpha next to these smaller. So the one at the very top is the alpha, and the rest are the regular pack wolves. So they should be easy to tell apart when we put them on the board, which ones are which. And there's also quite a bit more. So that's the whole, oops, let me take this off. That's the whole pack of the regular pack wolves. And then the alphas are in a similar size bag. But of course, they're so much bigger, they don't fit as many. So quite a bit more of these than these. Okay. Then we've got a bunch of den tokens. So these are going to be little den tokens that, again, color coordinated, totally going to match the rest of the pack wolves and the alpha wolves and your player board. So color coordinated. And there's a whole bunch of those as well. A whole bunch. And then last but not least, we have layers. And these are represented by these like taller, sort of like it would be like a break inside of a, on the side of a mountain that had a little cave in it where you were going to hide out. So there's some of every color. I realized I didn't get a light blue there, but there we go. Again, these are going to match everything else where it's all color coordinated. So you're going to mark your territory and you'll know what's yours as you're playing the game. And again, there are a bunch of those in a small bag too. So then the first thing I notice when I do that is look at this fantastic insert. Yay! So I can tell already really quickly that like those are going to go down here and my terrain boards are going to go over here. So perfect fit. Fantastic. We love that. That's everything that's in the Wolves by Pandasaurus Games. We have a whole bunch of terrain tiles that I nicely put inside of the insert, which looks like this, and some marker tiles for your wolves, bunch of player boards, a whole bunch of meeples that are all color coordinated. We've got the alpha wolves, we've got the pack wolves, we've got caves, we've got our dens, we've got lairs, VP tokens, a moonlight board, and a whole bunch of terrain tokens that I did not pop out because they're all, eventually going to look the same, but they look like this and they're double-sided. And that's everything in the Wolves. Thanks for watching Next Level Board Games.